My name's Myra. I have to say it was a very pivotal year for me. I'm a realtor. I've been doing it for about 13 years, and my business has kind of plateaued. I was doubling my business the last 3 years, and it kind of plateaued, and I didn't know why. And I really wasn't happy with the direction of my growth in the business just because it didn't feel true and authentic. So, of course, I came to Solera. I think my biggest aha was recognizing that I wasn't as creative in my business as I had thought I was. I had always kind of considered myself a little more younger, a little more innovative with my marketing. But really, with the guide's advice, I was able to see that my creativity needed to go deeper. And it wasn't so much the physical output that needed to be more creative, but much more my thought process and my source of business that I was searching for. That itself had to be much more creative. So, this was the first time that I've experienced that flow that people talk about in their business, where we had done a one on one. And the guides had mentioned this tool about seeing my business like a spider web and to physically map it out. And that helped me visualize where my source of business was. What that did was that really helped me mentally expand my territory. And then everything just kind of connected. It was wild. It was like I would do an open house. I would meet a buyer for my seller, and that buyer would then need a house to sell. So then I'd sell their house, and then they had a referral. So, like within 6 months, I had like 10 deals just kind of wrapped up in that same web, which was really exciting.
Wow.
I was really incorporating the teachings from the guide into other aspects of my business to try and really connect it all.
That's amazing. What's the difference between working with the guides versus just working with a traditional coach or business program?
So I've done the traditional, and it's honestly it's very much the same. You will get short-term results just because you're putting in the time to your business, but it's not expanding your mindset as to the full potential of your business and also helping you figure out specifically how you want to grow your business. Because I see my business as an extension of me. So getting a better understanding of me and how I run my business just helped me expand naturally. It was a very natural, aligned action.
And after you did all that, how did you feel as a person?
I've never been happier. I've never been happier. Like I literally just turned 50 last week, and I feel like everything's just coming together very naturally. It's no longer me pushing. It's just letting me let it flow, letting me accept it and just trusting in the process, which I didn't do before. I controlled the process. I didn't trust it. Big
Amazing.
difference. Big difference. Yeah.
Yeah. And how did you see your income shift as well?
Like last year I did have $100,000 month, and in July I'm probably going to have like a 120 month, so I'm probably going to peak in July in my career. But it's not even about like the short-term gains, Solera, which I used to be obsessed with. I used to be obsessed with my bank account, my balance and all that, and it's like I don't even worry about it. Now I'm just having fun in my business. I'm connecting with people in my business. And I've noticed my clients are so much more aligned where I used to kind of like struggle to get my message across. Now there's this trust and there's this like under level of understanding. There's an undercurrent of understanding that wasn't there before. And it's made all the difference.
What's that understanding that you feel like you really developed?
Before, it was almost like I would have some kind of a power struggle with my clients in a sense, where now, because I'm more at peace and more secure about who I am, they kind of just follow along with my guidance now. Now they're just like, okay, they're not questioning, they're not resisting. I think because, and honestly, it was that cord cutting exercise. I was doing that every night for like 60 days. And that's what really helped me let go of the resistance. And
Mhm.
I feel like by me letting go of the resistance, my clients let go of resistance. It lowered everyone's walls. You
Ah,
know, does that make sense?
yeah, yeah.
I have it all right now. Like I
Mm.
have peace, I have alliance, I have alignment, I have abundance. My personal relationships have gotten deeper. There's more sense of fulfillment. I'm just so happy, right? It's all coming together. I'm not pushing anymore. I'm just open, I'm embracing, I'm accepting, and it's all going my way, like really easily. It's wild. There's nothing like working in that flow and that alignment. Like it just keeps happening and I don't feel overwhelmed. If anything, when a new client comes in, I let myself expand and accept it and know that I could hold them through the whole process. It's a different way of looking at real estate,
Yes. Well, it also
you
sounds like the
know?
receiving muscles have really grown.
Yes. And that was something I really needed to work on. I was good at attracting wealth, but I wasn't good at accepting it. I'd like push it away.
Hmm. And how did you go through that transformation from resisting it to receiving it?
I think it was a combination. I strongly feel as though the black hole meditation helped out a lot with that. It was almost like I couldn't deny it anymore.
Hmm.
I couldn't deny the growth. It was like I was resisting it, I was pushing it away, and I was like, but why? This is what I want. Like, I'm ready for this. And I didn't even know I was blocking it. So,
Well, it's like everybody's the same. You don't know what you don't know, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I think that's what it is. I mean, I've had readings and stuff before, but when you're working with the guides on your business, it expands it at a level that you're not expecting, because I'm so used to working with the micro, but to expand the mindset in that way, when you already think that you're open minded, it almost closes you off because you think you're open, but really there's so much more to open up to. And I think with the guides, you kind of broke that down because I do have a very strong personality and I am very upfront with my feelings. And I think a lot of times coaches, it's almost like they don't want to deal with that strength. But with the guides, they were like, no, Myra, this is your fucking ego. You got to check your ego. And if you want growth, this is what you have to do. And I really needed to hear that kind of tough reinforcement, because everyone else is kind of weak. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't strong enough to break through to me. Sometimes I know you feel like the guides are like maybe a little too short in the way they deliver, but for me, that was really effective because
Mm.
I needed to cut through the bullshit, my own bullshit.
Yeah. I think that's the hardest part for everybody, right? You
Yeah.
think you know, but there's so much more.
And you're like, I'm much more spiritual than blah, blah, blah. It was definitely an eye opener to how I'm perceiving things.
And what would you say to other people who want to work with the guides in any capacity?
Like the year prior to me joining, honestly, I wasn't ready because the monetary commitment scared me because I never invested my business with this type of alternative action. And I would say if people are looking to just elevate their consciousness, not even their business, I think it's worth it for that investment alone. Just don't hold yourself back. Like if you feel like you want it and you feel like it's going to help you, just embrace it. Don't go half-assed. Just embrace it.
And how did you overcome that resistance to invest in yourself?
Because I started investing in other ways. I started to make smaller investments in my business and
Mm.
I started to see their impact. And then at that point I was like, okay, let me pull the trigger. Let me do the big investment.
Mm.
And I haven't looked back. So,
Oh, thank you so much for sharing your experience. I'm just so happy
yeah.
for you. You look so different now. Your energy is so different.
Yeah, it is. I'm not hiding anymore, Solera. What happened was I also changed company. And the company I was with, it was Berkshire Hathaway.
Mm.
So I had a very prestigious name, but I literally felt like I was hiding in a closet in there. And now I'm with a young company and I'm mentoring and I have help with coaching. I have help with my marketing. I have admin support. Once I was seen, I was like, okay, I love this. I want to keep doing this. I want to help other people. Like it just exploded.
Oh, and can you share a little bit more about your community impact? Because that was the thing that gave you a lot of joy.
Yes, I started doing stuff with SPCA and with the local dog shelters. And then I made the switch to the new company because I was planning on doing a big event. I think what I've learned the most is that I'm not really a realtor. I am a networker. I am a community builder, and it's my job to connect people in my community. Because I have that kind of outreach now, that's what's helped me come out of my shell. The desire to help other people has helped me propel. Instead of me hiding behind myself, now I'm pushing myself forward because I see all these other people I want to help in the community. And now, like, I don't know. I just like, I appreciate my position more. I don't think I fully appreciated my position in the community before. And now I see myself as a leader. It's just the confidence and the visibility. That's been the breakthrough.
Mm. Yay, I'm so proud of you and congratulations.
Yay!
Really.
It's
Story.
been an amazing year. It's really been an amazing year.
Thank you, Myra, for sharing your story. I really appreciate
Of
it.
course. Of course. If you need anything written, just let me know.
Okay.
Because you've been amazing. You really have. And I really want to thank you for putting yourself out there and doing the work that you do. I'm sure it's not easy.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. And it makes me so
Yay.
happy to see you happy, to be honest. That's my
Yeah,
biggest reward.
of course. Of course. And I'm glad to share this with you.